Did you know that God made us only a little lower than himself? God said in Psalms, "For thou hast made him a little lower than the angels and hast crowned him with glory and honor." Now that word, the angels, in the King James Version, when you look at the translation of it in Hebrew, it means God, not angels. And many other translations get it right and they say God. So God has only made us a little lesser than himself. Another translation says, "You have made us inferior only to yourself." That means we are more powerful than angels. Let me explain. First of all, let me tell you that God dwells in unapproachable light. That means not even the angels have seen him. It's in the Bible. In Timothy we read, talking about God, who only hath immortality, dwelling in light which no man can approach unto, whom no man hath seen, nor can see, to whom be the honor and power everlasting. Now the words here that say which no man can approach and no man can see, the word man translated in the King James Version, when you look at the Greek version, it says the word odes, which means no one, none, nothing. So nothing has seen God, not even the angels. So God basically said here that he dwells in unapproachable light. The angels can see his light, but they cannot see his face. Yes, the Bible does say that our angels can see the face of God, but what they mean is not that they can see his face actually. What they mean is that they are near him as if face to face. In the same way as Moses, in the Bible it says that God spoke to him face to face, as with a friend. That means that his presence was there, that he could sense him. It was like face to face, but he could still not see his face. And that is very clear in the Bible. In the Gospel of John, Jesus says, "No man hath seen God at any time. The only begotten Son, which is in the bosom of the Father, he hath declared him." Now again, this word "no man hath seen God at any time" is translated as odes, meaning no one, none, nothing. Meaning nothing has seen God at any time, only the begotten Son. Now listen to this. God created us to show the fullness of himself. No other angel can do this. The cherubs can show some dimensions of God, but us, the ones made in his image, can show all dimensions of God. All dimensions of God can be expressed through us. Now let me tell you one of the reasons why. Listen. "And to make men see what is the fellowship of the mystery, which from the beginning of the world hath been hid in God, who created all things by Jesus Christ, to the intent that now unto the principalities and powers in the heavenly places might be known by the church the manifold wisdom of God." Now what is this saying? You see, when God created his heavenly hosts, the angels, they could see his light, they can still see his light, and they'll worship at his light. But they've never been able to see him and interact with him because God dwells in unapproachable light. God solved this issue by creating men in his image that we may express himself to all creation. So no longer creation can say, "I cannot see God. I don't know who God is. I don't know how God acts. He dwells in unapproachable light." No longer can creation say that because we were created to express himself. And the angels are watching and they get to know God through us. It's in your Bible. "To the intent that now unto the principalities and powers in the heavenly places," he's talking about the angels, "might be known by the church the manifold wisdom of God." So they get to know God through us. So if we can express all dimensions of God, and that's what we were made for, why is it that humans are not doing it? Why is it that all we see in this world seems like it's all evil after evil, even coming from God's children? If you want to be able to express the fullness of God in yourself like how you were intended to, more powerful than even the angels, you must ascend. And the way you ascend is by prayer. And I'm not talking about praying a little bit, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. I'm talking about giving up your free time. The sacrifice here is your free time. Even when you're working, you can still pray. But your free time, you are communing with God, ascending with him through prayer, and you start going higher and higher into heavenly dimensions and realms. Eventually, the devil cannot see you When you have ascended enough, you can be in a hiding place under the shadow of the Almighty, like Psalm 91, where the enemy cannot even see where you are. And if he looks at you, his eyes will be blinded because the glory of God is in you. And if a witch, warlock, and sorcerer dares to say your name in their altar, guess what? Because God is abiding in you, they will meet with the dimension of the lion. And because they fought you, they will find themselves fighting against God himself. Rise up, children of God. Rise up, saints. Let's take our place. Prepare yourself for the end of the world. If you don't do it now, you won't be ready. You will be like the 5 foolish virgins who did not take extra oil. Fast, pray, and reveal yourself as a son and daughter of God as you are.